Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Just in Time, 1976. It's been a long time since I made a video. And I guess mainly it's because, I'm all about headsets and just reviewing headsets. But lately, all the games just don't rely so much on sound. It's like you could just get a pair of Turtle Beach X12s and just be fine. So I don't know. These days I'm using the I got a pair of 2011 Astro A40s and a 2011 mix amp. Works perfect. Love the sound. They're improving every year. They just improve their the A40s headset, and the mix amp always just gets better. So it's better than it was 3 years ago when I reviewed it. So that's what I'm rocking these days. But today I want to talk about a couple controllers. Got my hands on the Razer Sabertooth. And I'm going to and there's a ton of reviews and stuff, you can check them out. But I want to compare it to what I've been using, which is the Scuf controller. And why I'm going to go with the Sabertooth over the Scuf. And just for a couple of reasons. One, I do like the way this feels. I've been, playing with this controller for, 100 years, so it feels perfect in your hand. There's nothing wrong with it. These paddles are really responsive. They, it's not going to break. I'm going to hold on to it. But what I like more about the Razer and why I decided to go with this one over the Scuf, couple of reasons. Well, one, these hypersensitive buttons here I like a lot. They do feel a little weak. Sometimes I wonder if they're even going to come back up. You can see them. They do stick up a little higher than the Anza buttons do. But it just seems like sooner or later they're going to start sticking or break or something. But as of right now, they're working fine. I do have the lower Control Freak on here. I love that. I love that they give you some little grippies here for your analog sticks. But the Control Freak, they work, but they're a little loose. They'll stay on, but you can actually you can turn this on the analog stick. So I just got some of that liner for your cabinets, cut it in a circle and put it under there, and it made it real stiff. So worked out good. But when I first plugged this in, I wasn't sold on it. I almost was just gonna say, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna get familiar. I'm not going to familiarize myself with this controller. It just seemed like the MLG controller by Mad Catz. You didn't have the precision like you do in a regular Xbox controller. And so I was doing some experiments, and what I found out with this one, you have the ability to adjust the sensitivity on your analog sticks from +10 to -10. And with 0 being, 100%. If you press it all the way up, it's 100%. All the way down, 100%, and all the way around, 100%. And that sounds good in theory. So you even get just about 100%, 80 to just about 100, all the way around. Even 45 degrees here in the corner here, in either corner. Or all four. If you do that same test with the Xbox 360 controller, you will be lucky to have 100%. Scuf controllers are pretty good about it, but you'll get 100% up, down, left, and right. But when you start going to the angles here, any 45 degree here, you'll get maybe between 60 and 74%. Which it should be 100. So that is where this, at first, it got just really just seems like it was overly sensitive. So I'm not used to pressing it like just almost half. Like you could press it halfway and it's registering what the Scuf controller did at full full press. So what they did is they gave you the ability to change the sensitivity of your sticks from, like I said, +10 to -10. And what that means is if you have this all the way up, like maxed out, or any angle, just say all the way up, it's going to register at 100% if it's on 0. If it's on -1, if it's all the way up, it'll only go to 90 or 91. So that is, if you have this on -1, it plays exactly like a regular Xbox controller. So now you have 90 like all the way around, or 91. And that feels exactly like a regular Xbox controller. And I think what happens is when developers are making games, they're using a regular Xbox controller. So they're adjusting the way your character moves, and that according to pretty much a defective controller. So I've never played with a controller that does 100% on the corners. Just never happens. So when you do get the option to have 100%, the game doesn't feel right. It feels like you don't have control over your like you're looking around and your accuracy. So putting that down to just one tenth, so 90, actually it'd be 90% or -1, feels perfect. So say you put this all the way down to -10, you would have, if you just moved it down a teeny bit, like that much, it would be 100%. So, or the other way around, if it was +10, you move it just a teeny bit, your guy is going to be at 100% movement. So, which it's nice, but it's something that you would just set once and be done with it. You don't want to be moving this just a little bit. If you have it on +5, you move it halfway, and it's going to be your Xbox is going to think it's all the way over 100%. So I mean, maybe you want that. It's nice to have the ability, but putting it on -1 feels exact. You have way more control of your character, and the precision of this just seems like it's dead on. You can spin this in your game, and your guy does a perfect circle. When you compare that to an Xbox controller, it just like it'll hesitate and it'll go off to the side, and it's not like the precision just isn't there. Let's see how much time we got. Ooh, 8 minutes. All right, let's keep going. The D-pad. Look at this D-pad. It's perfect. They finally got it right. Simple, works great. They're independent buttons. When you jiggle this, it doesn't move any of the other ones. It feels great. The buttons in the back. This paddle here. I took the left side off because I want to just be able to hold the controller firm, at least on one side, and not have to worry about it. This is how I hold my controller. So for me, I'm gripping it real tight on this side. My right hand is kind of relaxed, so I have a little more accuracy here. I'm not squeezing it down and just tensing up my hand. It's real light, barely gripping it, and then I can easily press down. I have up as jump, down as prone. And I really don't jump. It's pretty much a prone button. Or just crouch down. Just getting cover behind a barrel, come up, shoot, down, shoot. I mean, I get positive 20 games just about every single time with this controller. These other programmable buttons, I mean, for Call of Duty, it's all I play. I don't see any reason to use them. It's too much. Just even having one extra button in the back, sometimes it takes a game to get used to that. I'll go to like shoot, and then I'll press down on on this button here, this back button. So just programming these buttons to do other things, it just doesn't make any sense. Only thing you really want to do is be able to go prone and shoot and aim at the same time. Other than that, you know, I mean, that's really all you need. For me anyways. So yeah, the sensitivity in this thing is great. I've seen other people reviewing this and talking about it, but no one's ever really talked about what the sensitivity does. So hopefully I cleared it up a little bit. Lights up, you got two profile modes, which is nice, I guess. You know, maybe if you're playing two different games, Far Cry or something, or if you're playing a racing game, you can set a profile 2 and then Call of Duty for profile 1. So yeah, a new controller. I like it. I would probably wait for Amazon to get them back in stock and get it for $80. Dropping $100. I mean, Razer site charges you tax and shipping and all that crap. So this thing cost me $100. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that for it. Just because I don't know how. If I knew it was gonna last for, you know, until the new Xbox came out, I would say yeah, it's worth it. But it seems a little fragile. These buttons, I just sometimes I press them and I don't hear that click. It just, eesh, I don't know. But that's my review on this controller. I'd say go for it if you find it for $80 or cheaper. Yeah, if you want me to do some headset reviews, I'll do them. But just Call of Duty just hasn't been the same since really Black Ops 1. Just being able to really hear what people are shooting, and don't get me wrong, the sound is wonderful in Black Ops 2, really good. But you don't use sound to improve your game much. You know, you can hear there's a UAV up or whatever. I mean, gunshots, but you don't want to hear if somebody's creeping up behind me, or you know, it just, I don't know. You just don't get that anymore. But whatever. I still play with the headset, and I still play pretty regularly. It's just I'm just not excited about it that much anymore. I just stuck with that headset, and that's it. So hopefully that helped, guys. Yeah, if you want me to post some other videos, you know, maybe I'll do it. Let me know what you want me to review. Yeah, I'm using the A40s from 2011 with the mix amp. My girlfriend's using an older mix amp, like a 2010 with some X12s, and she likes that. So that's what we're gaming on these days. So you guys take it easy, and hopefully this helped. Peace, guys.